So in order to be successful in music and in business and also just in life in general, you need these two things: money and relationships. And 99 times out of 100, you need both. So I don't know if this is obvious or not, if maybe people just don't realize it, or maybe it gets lost along the way, or maybe people just have to be reminded. But what I found in my experience is you always need these two things: money and relationships. And 99 times out of 100, you need both. So a lot of times nowadays with people in business for themselves, entrepreneurs, just grinding, you might have like a little side hustle. A lot of people think that you can get things for free, but literally nothing is free. I think because so many things seem like they're free, that people have the mindset that they should be able to get everything for free. A lot of these corporations, they may give you access to an app, or they may give you certain things that you feel like is free, but you're either paying in time or you're paying in energy. If you're using that app, then they're using that data and selling that data to advertisers. So it's not free. So even if that cost doesn't seem apparent right off the bat, it's still there. And I think that starts to carry over when people try to get into business for themselves, or they try to hustle for themselves. They think they can get a lot of things for free. And that's really not the case. People need to eat. People got to pay their rent. They got kids they got to take care of. So nobody really wants to or even can do something for free. Just being honest, if you want to get something done in business, you need money. In addition to money, you also need relationships. What I found in music is if you want to get something done, not only do you need the money to get it done, but you also need the relationship to get it done. So you got to maintain good relationships with the people you want to work with. Even if you have the money, you have to know where to put the money. You have to know who does good business, who's a scam artist, and the only way you're going to know that is by maintaining good relationships with the right people. So let's say you're an artist and you just drop a new single and you want to get your single pushed at a certain club. You have to know the DJ that works at that club. And a lot of these DJs have DJ organizations that they belong to, so you got to maintain a good relationship with that DJ organization in order to get in contact with or do business with certain DJs. But not only do you have to maintain a good relationship with that DJ and be cool with him and all that, but when he tells you, this is my price, this is how much I charge to promote a single, or this is how much I charge to put it in this club, or do this or do that, you have to be willing to pay. You have to be about your business and ready to handle business and pay what you need to pay in order to work with that DJ. People don't really do things for free. Even if it seems like it's free, there may be some sort of motivation or some sort of reason why they're doing what it is that they're doing. So if you want to get a certain DJ to rock with you, not only do you have to maintain that relationship, but you also have to be professional about it. And that means paying for his service, paying him for what he can do for you. Let's say you want to get a certain photographer to do a photo shoot for you, or you want a certain director to shoot a video for you or something like that. You have to be willing to pay the price that they're charging for that service. Sometimes in music and as creatives, we get so caught up with genuine love and people should just be rocking with us and they should be doing it just for the love, that we forget that this is a business at the end of the day. And you really have to treat it like a business to get the furthest. I think a lot of people get caught up because they think, oh, well, my favorite artist doesn't have to pay for this or pay for that. But they don't realize that, number one, the label pays for it. Or number two, there may be something in it for that person or that entity that you don't realize. So even if that artist isn't necessarily paying for it, there's still a reason why that person is doing it. So let's say you own a club and you bring a smaller artist through for a walkthrough or a performance or something like that, and they don't have to pay for that. But the only reason you're doing that is because you want to get access to the bigger artists at their label. So you're basically getting a discount from having to book some of their bigger artists because you gave an opportunity to some of the smaller artists. So there may be some sort of exchange going on, or there may be some other reason why people are doing certain things. When you look at it and you say like, oh, so-and-so doesn't have to pay for this or pay for that, there may be another reason why they don't have to pay for it. So I like to think of it as like a balance. So you may be maxed out on relationship. You may have such a good relationship with somebody that you don't have to pay for certain things. Or you may have so much money that it doesn't matter if you have a good relationship or not. You just have the money to get it done. But certain things are going to cost a lot of relationship, and certain things are going to cost a lot of money. And certain things are going to cost both. Let's say you want a feature from a certain artist. You're going to have to reach out and try to build a relationship with that artist. But then when the time comes for you to pay what that artist is asking you to pay, You have to be about your business and be willing to pay that. I see it all the time where an artist may be offering a deal on a feature or something like that, and people just aren't ready. They're not serious, and they're not ready to jump on that opportunity. And again, you have to be willing to build that relationship. And if you get an opportunity like that, you have to be willing to capitalize on it. So that's just something that I wanted to highlight, because that's something that I've learned working with a lot of different artists, especially on the independent level. But not only that, if you watch any interview with any successful artist, especially on the independent level, they'll tell you, number one, they spent a lot of money, and number two, they have relationships with certain people in order to get stuff done. So if you're an artist and you want to get further and be more effective and have more motion, you got to look at how much money are you spending? Are you spending it on the right things? Are you spending it with the right people? And in addition to that, are you building the right relationships? Do you have the relationships to get you where you want to go? And if you don't, can you cultivate those relationships? So my name is Dumas. I make beats, and if you want to work, hit me up. Dumas, Dumas.